Coming to you live from the National News Studio. Welcome to the news. My name is Clifford Richards.
And I'm Sharma Screeners. First, it's a look at the day's headlines. Hindu devotees celebrates Thai Pongal in a grand manner. Self-proclaimed Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva was arrested by the CID. Online credit racket is nabbed from Dehiwala area. 5 Chinese nationals were taken into custody. 4 more UMP district conventions propose to field Ranil Wickremesinghe as a national candidate. The flood-hit Ampara-Galkanda road will be renovated soon. Many houses damaged by an activation of volcano in Iceland.
And topping the story is Hindu people the world over celebrate the Thai Pongal festival today.
The aim of the Thai Pongal celebration is to express gratitude to the service rendered by the sun god for agricultural activities, which is the base of the day-to-day life of the people. To mark this event, special offerings are being held in Hindu temples and the service of the sun is remembered. As a tradition, farmers prepare pongal or milk rice in their respective agricultural lands and the first portion is offered to the sun god. People also boil milk in front of the households and prepare milk rice for the divine powers. People also wear new clothes and participate in religious observances at the Hindu temples. Then the Hindu people offer food and beverages for their relations and friends in the household. Issuing a Thai Pongal message, President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that Thai Pongal, a vibrant Hindu harvest festival celebrated by the Tamil community worldwide, beckons us into a realm of joy and gratitude, signifying not only the bountiful harvest but also the promise of new beginnings.
And also embraced with auspicious and also this month of January in the Tamil calendar. This celebration harmonizes with the sun's northward journey, marking the onset of the harvest season. Originating around 1,000 years ago during the Chola dynasty, this festival commemorates the first harvest of the year. Its purpose is to express gratitude to those who contributed to the harvest beyond its agricultural essence. Thai Pongal heralds a fresh start, a time to relinquish the past and welcome the new opportunities with unwavering optimism, rooted in the belief of pivotal role of agriculture in rejuvenating Sri Lanka's economy through the government's agricultural modernization program. The dawn of Thai symbolizes the inception of the promising journey filled with hope and prosperity. Thai Pongal also serves as a reminder of the value of equality. The President urged everyone to come together with determination akin to the unity of siblings to realize new hopes of the country's future. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena says that Thai Pongal, which is a national festival showcasing the excellence of Hindu culture that inherits an agricultural economy, embodies the core values based on peace, unity and compassion. He said that the harvest festival during which the Tamil farmers, having a belief in a traditional lifestyle, is bound up with nature, extending their gratitude to the sun for a rich harvest, will be a reflection of the lifeblood of the nation. The Premier said that in his Thai Pongal message that it will be a motivation for the active concept of food security and rural revitalization in the face of the current situation. He further says that he extends his greetings to all people over the world who are celebrating the Thai Pongal festival, marking the dawn of a prosperous new year, which expectations are fulfilled. In his Thai Pongal message, opposition leader Sajid Premdasa urged Sri Lankans everywhere to embrace the essential blessings bestowed by the natural world and embarked on a new path, a transformative journey towards making our nation the world's foremost. He said that the Thai Pongal, often recognized as a festival bringing positive vibrations to the spiritual way of life in the Hindu community, offers a splendid opportunity to express gratitude for the intricate connection between humans and the natural world. Following a challenging year marked by the nation's economic struggles, the people face another year filled with various issues, Mr. Premadasa says.
Hindu devotees throughout the island has organized numerous programs to mark Thai Pongal festival today. A special Pongal program was held at the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation premises since this morning. Uttiyashilan Kilmisha of Jaffna, who became the champion of the reality program held in India recently, also participated at the SLRC Thai Pongal special celebration. The program was colourful with the performance of Kilmisha and a group of senior Tamil artists headed by the chairman of the Sri Lanka Tamil Artists Foundation, Irthi Prabha. A group including senior management officials of Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation were also present at this occasion. The main Thai Pongal ceremony in the Northern Province was held at the Northern Provincial Governor's Office in Jaffna. Governor PSM Charles and several officials participated in this event. Leader of the IMF Sri Lanka team of representatives, Peter Brewer, and several other officials also participated in this program. They traditionally spill the milk, wishing peace, happiness and prosperity for the entire population of the country. The Office for National Unity and Reconciliation has also organized a Thai Pongal celebration at the Ainarayan Narayana Temple premises at Karainagar in Jaffna. Minister Dr. Vijayadasa Rajapaksa graced this occasion as the chief guest. Ceremonies have also been organized in many areas in the island to mark Thai Pongal. Japan's Finance Minister Sunichi Suzuki, who arrived in Sri Lanka on a two-day official visit to Sri Lanka last week, held discussions with the Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe on ways to promote economic cooperation between the two countries.
And also in an exclusive interview with Sri Lanka Rupavahini, Japan Finance Minister highlighted the importance of continuing discussions promoting loans for social and economic development in Sri Lanka while ascertaining steady progress of the debt restructuring process.
Japan is one of the key development partners of Sri Lanka. Sri Lankans and Sri Lanka, we have a great faith on Japan's sincere assistance. So what can you say about the future Japanese development projects in Sri Lanka, such as now there are a lot of talks about light railway system and development of Bandar Naik International Airport, so and so. So what can you say about the future of Japanese assistance for Sri Lanka?
今後のですね、経済社会開発に
Well, your question is on how Japan could possibly make a contribution for the socio-economic development of your country in the future. I believe, first of all, the debt problem should be firmly addressed. And on the debt issue, the OCC and the government of Sri Lanka reached an agreement in principle on terms and conditions of debt restructuring at the end of November last year. But it remains crucial to steadily take the process forward, such as the signing of an MOU I referred to earlier. As a co-chair of the OCC, Japan looks forward to making a contribution in taking the debt restructuring process forward. Having said that, for economic and social development, provision of all yen loans had to be suspended in the face of the debt crisis. But the President and I exchanged views on ways to promote economic economic cooperation in the future. During my stay, I visited such places like Bandaranaike International Airport and Kirani Bridge, and I was reminded of the importance of projects that had been implemented using yen loans for the socio-economic development of Sri Lanka. Based on this experience, Japan intends to have discussions towards the resumption of yen loans while ascertaining steady progress of the debt restructuring process.
Finally, would you like to say something to the friendly people of Sri Lanka?
スリランカの方々はですね、
Well, I believe the people of Sri Lanka have warm hearts, and you have abundant skilled workers in this country, many of them fluent in English, and they are very strong, good at math, for example. So the national character of Sri Lanka and the competence of its people should be highly evaluated, I believe. Sri Lanka and Japan have always enjoyed a history of a strong friendship, but there is a need for both of us to work to cherish and nurture this already strong friendship to an even stronger one. And as a country and as a person, I am fully committed to further solidify our friendship in the coming years.
Honorable Minister, thank you very much for being with us. And it was a great opportunity for us to get a first-hand information and account related to the ongoing developments of the bilateral relations between Japan and Sri Lanka. Arigatou gozaimashita.
Thank you. ありがとうございます。
Well, the self-proclaimed Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva named Mahinda Koditokku has been taken into custody by the CID today, and according to the police, he has been arrested in the Pannipitiya area. Well, this person, appearing as a Bodhisattva, arrived in the island recently, and some videos depicting he was honored by followers had gone viral through the social media recently. Several parties, including the Commissioner General of Buddhist Affairs, lodged complaints to the CID requesting an investigation to be conducted against him. Accordingly, he was arrested today. The CID says investigations will be conducted in the coming days against him. The police media spokesman SSP Nihal Taldur said Act, Money Laundering Act and the Clause 291 of the Penal Code. He was taken into custody under two relevant provisions of the law. The police also look into the possibility of charging him against the breach of law. Any person has the freedom of believing in any religion. However, a religious practice of any individual should not cause any harm to other religions, he says.
The CID raided an online credit center maintained in Dehiwala area. 5 Chinese nationals and the Sri Lankan suspect were taken into custody by the CID. This was maintained as an online loan providing entity. The owners of this institution has taken back the loan installment by threatening the loan holders using their private information through mobile phones. A complaint was lodged at the CID in this regard. Accordingly, the Computer Crimes Investigation Division of the CID has conducted investigations and later raided the online credit center. The CID has seized 8 desktop computers, 13 laptops and 49 mobile phones from this place. Director of the Computer Crimes Investigation Division, Darshika Kumari, said that investigations have found that there is no agreement between the customers and the loans provided in getting their personal contacts. The location of the server where the personal contact lists obtained from the people are being saved as they are not being revealed.
Well, the Japanese Finance Minister Suzuki Shunichi and Ambassador to Sri Lanka Moshikoshi Hideki and a Japanese delegation made an inspection visit to the Lanka Nippon Biz Tech Institute in Maharagama recently. Vice Chancellor of the institution, Professor KKU Anandakumara, told Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation that the Japanese Finance Minister had expressed confidence that the students of this institute can obtain high posts in Japan after completion of their studies. 310 students have taken the study in the institute presently, and Professor Anand Kumar says that 400 students are to be enrolled here this year as well.
皆さんこんにちは。どうもありがとう。
UMP parliamentarian Vajra Bewardhana says that Ranil Wickremesinghe will win the upcoming presidential election as the national leader fulfilling the aspirations of all communities. He says that he is having discussions with all ruling the opposition political representatives in this connection. Vajra Bewardhana made this comment at the UMP's Kaluthara district convention, which was held in the Kaluthara town hall yesterday. Former UMP parliamentarian Lakshman Vijayamana had organized this meeting. A proposal was brought to the meeting to field Ranil Wickremesinghe as the national candidate to the presidential election. All the members unanimously approved this proposal. Former Provincial Council Minister of the SLFP Sumit Lal Mendis was also present at this meeting. UMP parliamentarian Vajra Bewardhana said that the leader Ranil Wickremesinghe always invited all to be united. Some 25 or 30 members regenerated from our party meet us. However, the president says let's join all of them without breaking political parties. We can predict that Ranil Wickremesinghe will become the president with 10 million votes by May or August.
ජනාධිපති වෙනවා කියලා කිව්වේ මැයි මාසෙ අගෝස්තු මාසෙ අපිට පේන හන්දයි කියලා මම ඔබට මතක් කරන්න කැමතියි මිත්‍රෝ.
The UMP district convention was also held yesterday under the patronage of Minister Manusha Nanayakara. Chairman of the Kandy district organisation, former provincial councillor Shantini Kungahage, had organised this meeting. A proposal to field Ranil Wickremesinghe as the national candidate for the presidential election was also passed unanimously at this meeting. Palitharange Bandara said that both SJB and NPP leaders request the power from the people. However, when they were asked to provide power, they didn't come forward. Opposition leader had 54 seats and Anru Kumara had 3 seats, but they missed the opportunity of obtaining power. Ranil Wickremesinghe, with only 1 seat, had confidence to steer the country.
රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මහත්තයාට 3 දෙනෙක් තියා එක්කෙනෙක්වත් තිබින්නේ. ඔහුට ඔහු විතරයි. ඔහුගේ සෙවණැල්ල විතරයි. හැබැයි තනි මිනිහෙක් විදියට ආත්ම විශ්වාසය ඇතුව ගිහිල්ලා මේ වගකීම බාරගත්තා.
Well, the Kandy electoral meeting of the National People's Power, or the NPP, was held recently under the patronage of the leader of the National People's Power, Anura Kumara Disanayake. National Executive Committee member of the National People's Power, parliamentarian Dr. Harini Amarasuriya, and a large number of NPP members were present at this meeting. The leader of the National People's Power, Anru Kumar Disanayake, says that there was no ideology in our country among the people. We had no vision to steer the country forward. Therefore, we missed the 20th century. Many countries in the world achieved remarkable development during the 20th century. We Sri Lankans are still living in the past. Therefore, the people of the country need new thinking and a vision to develop the country. We all must end this era of failure, he says.
Sri Lanka Freedom Party established its youth organisation in the Mahara electorate yesterday under the patronage of former President Maithripala Sirisena. This meeting was held at the Kirilavala area. State Minister Lasantha Aligiyavanna and a large number of senior members of the SLFP were present at this meeting. Former President Maithripala Sirisena said that the JVP says the country should be handed over to a new leader who has not yet ruled the country. According to the gravity of the seriousness of the country's economic failure, this is not a time to do experiments. Therefore, a mature leader with many experiences should be appointed to rule the country. The country needs an honest leader without corruption. Therefore, people should not get into troubles by electing a leader who is only capable of criticizing others.
Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena today visited the Mandaram Nora area, and that is without prior notice. The Prime Minister arrived at the Mandaram Nora area this morning and held mutual discussions with the residents there. They requested the Premier to take measures to promote tourism industry in the area, preserving the traditional culture of the area. The Prime Minister also focused attention to develop the infrastructure facilities to solve many other problems faced by the people. The Prime Minister also focused special attention to provide transport facilities to send their vegetable harvest to the relevant economic centres without delay. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena today inspected the flood-hit Ampara Galkanda road.
This road was totally destroyed at the Jayanthiyala Kivulgama area due to overflow of Jayanthi Vava Reservoir. After the inspection tour, the ministry instructed the officials of the Road Development Authority to start renovation work without delay. The minister also focused attention to the problems faced by the people in Galkanda area due to floods. The minister instructed the Eastern Provincial Director of the Road Development Authority to release the resources of the authority to return their damaged villages to normalcy. Later, the minister inspected the SLTB depot in Ampara as well. He focused special attention for the existing shortcomings in the SLTB depot. Ampara District Parliamentarian Dr. Tilak Rajapaksa informed the minister that the long-distance bus services are not functioning properly at present. He also pointed out that the depot doesn't have genuine spare parts to repair buses. Then the minister called the relevant officials and instructed them to solve the problems without delay. Employees of the depot also presented their problems to the minister. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena said that there are 16 buses that are not functioning for a period of over 1 year. If a bus is not functioning a day, the depot will experience a loss of 100,000 rupees. The government cannot act against the existing rules and regulations. Therefore, these buses should be repaired without delay, not violating the rules. It is also difficult to work with the media institutions. The minister further said that in response to the request made by him to the Indian government, it has agreed to provide 20 used railway engines free of charge. 5 engineers of the railway department were sent to India to check the relevant engines. However, some media has published news items distorting the truth.
The chairman of the Public Service Nurses Union, the Venerable Muruttettue Anandathera, says that patients should not be put into trouble by strikes. He expressed views over this matter in a media briefing held recently. The chairman of the Public Service Nurses Union, the Venerable Muruttettue Anandathera, says that there are various ways to engage in strikes without disrupting health services or causing any harm to the patients. Striking is the last option in demanding rights of employees. At present, there are food shortages and also shortages in medicine and medical supplies. Health trade unions should consider these problems prevailing in the country when engaging trade union strikes. However, the Public Nurses United Nurses Association will consider whether or not to engage in trade union strike by the decisions that will arrive at tomorrow's meeting in the morning. Meanwhile, the GMOA also expressed their views regarding the health strike. Secretary to the Government Medical Officers Association, Dr. Harit Aludge, says that the rise of doctors' allowance was a long-lasting struggle done to provide economic right and protection of doctors. The demand of the health trade unions was to increase the salaries of all government servants by 20,000 rupees. The government paid attention to these demands and increased the salary by 10,000 rupees to all public servants, he says.
Police say 42,248 suspects who were arrested with regard to various rackets have been directed to relevant investigation units at present. Nearly 1,500 more suspects have been taken into custody during the past 24 hours under the Yuktiya operation. When the people checked the motor vehicles yesterday at the Mawatagama area, 2 suspects had attempted to bridge 2 police officers with a sum of 150,000 rupees. They had 738 pieces of gold, a blue sapphire.
හැබැයි බඩු ටික මට ඕනේ ඇයි දන්නවද? වැඩක් පෙන්න ගන්න එපා මම. ඔව්. හරිද? ඒකල ඔයයි මම සම්බන්ධතාවයක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ ඉදිරියට. හරිද? මෙහෙම එනවා. ඔය කියන්නේ සල්ලි දැන් දෙනවද? දැන් මේ ගන්න ඕනේ මට දැන්. කොයි අයියා දැන්? අයියා දැන් කුරුණේ ගලනේ. එයා දැන් බයර්ලා ගෙන්න ගියේ. එයා දැන් මෙතෙන්ට එනවද? මෙතෙන්ට එන්න ඕනේ.
Yeah, they said that they have 738 pieces of gold, a blue sapphire, several ATM cards, 2 mobile phones and a sum of 150,000 rupees in their possession at the time of the arrest. The police special task force also arrested a major ally of Dinesh Shamanta De Silva, alias Bobby, who is a drug smuggler in Dubai. The suspect was taken into custody by a raid conducted in Killapana area. The STF also found ice heroin and some live bullets with the suspect. That's a look at local news. Stay with us. Foreign news is coming up next.
உலகுக்கு உயிரூட்டும் சூரிய பகவானை வணங்கி நன்றி செலுத்தி வாழ்க்கையில் ஒரு புதிய பாதையில் நுழையும் உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் இனிய தைப்பொங்கல் வாழ்த்துக்கள். மக்கள் வங்கியின் தைப்பொங்கல் பிரார்த்தனை.
දක්ෂිණ ලංකා පොත් ප්‍රදර්ශනය 2024 ජනවාරි 19 සිට 28 තෙක් පෙරළු 9 සිට පස්වරු 7 දක්වා ගාල්ල නගර සභා පරිශ්‍රයේදී සංවිධානය පුදු රාජ්‍ය මණ්ඩලීය ප්‍රකාශන ජාලය.
Welcome back to the news, and we are moving on to news overseas. A volcano has erupted near the southwestern Icelandic town of Grindavik, sending lava and spilling into the town and setting houses on fire as well.
Defences built after an eruption in December partially contained the lava, but some were breached after 2 fissures opened. Grindavik was evacuated in November last year after a different eruption, but some residents have been allowed home. Iceland has more than 30 active volcano systems, one of the town's 4,000. Iceland's president urged people to stand together and have compassion for those who cannot be in their homes. Meanwhile, a 51-year-old Icelandic workman who was repairing cracks in the earth in Grindavik disappeared last Wednesday when the ground suddenly gave away beneath him. He is thought to have fallen more than 30 meters. An intensive search to find him was called off last Friday when the area was deemed too dangerous for the rescue operations. And on your sports news tonight, the second T20 cricket match between Zimbabwe and Sri Lanka will be played tomorrow at the R. Premadasa Cricket Stadium in Colombo.
And the question is, will they live up to expectations? And in fact, Sri Lanka won the first T20 match by 3 wickets, which was played yesterday at the same venue as well. So excitement continues as Sri Lanka captain Wanidhu Hasaranga winning the toss and electing to bat and field first rather. Accordingly, Zimbabwe team scored 143 runs for the loss of 5 wickets in their 20 overs. Sakanda Raja scoring 2 wickets each. In reply, Sri Lanka passed the victory target in the last ball for 7 wickets. Angelo Matthews scoring 46 and Dashun Shanaka not out on 26. Dushmanta Chamira steered the team to victory by taking 6 runs from the last 2 balls. Angelo Matthews was named man of the match, and Sri Lanka leads the 3-match series 1-0. Alright, looking forward to some fantastic cricketing action, and on that note we end the news together with Sharon. This is Clifford wishing you a good night. Enjoy the rest of the programs.